So hey there, thanks very much for checking out my videos. I do greatly appreciate it. If you check out my live section, I do videos on Turo, Omvec, and just general automotive stuff. So it's just one of those things I enjoy doing, and I figure I might as well share that. So I'm putting a set of Fender Flares on my 2012 GMC Sierra. I picked these up at Princess Auto, and I'm not doing an install video per se. I'm just kind of doing these little highlight moments. I'll leave a link down below to a better install video where someone's got an actual shop and they've got a full production facility. I'm just some guy in his driveway working away, right? So again, you might be doing the exact same thing. I've got some scrapes and bumps and, well, a little bit of rust on the fender, and I'm basically resolving this with a $200 item. So instead of going in and getting this resprayed and touched up and done properly, I'm just covering it up a little bit with Fender Flares. Now I've gone ahead and I've treated all the bare metal ahead of time, and I'm going to spray behind the actual Fender Flares later on with a good penetrating oil. Now this is kind of a trial fit, so I haven't put the adhesive on in place. I'm just going ahead and kind of drilling everything so that when I go and remove everything again and kind of clean it up a little bit and then do the oiling, put it back together, it's an easy job. Something that I noticed, I did the other side already. Beyond taking the mud flaps off and getting rid of some of the GM hardware that seems to be rust welded to the vehicle, it's a pretty straightforward job, a couple hours, if that. These little clips and some of the hardware that's provided, again, in the kit, these are meant to slip in place, and then you would end up using their screws to fasten this. The dilemma with that is that by the time you get these things on, the fender's actually not in the right position, and these are horrible when it comes to metal work that's been a little corroded and expanded a little bit. So these don't work very well on an older truck. Also, the screws that they've given are really tiny, so you really got to fight with them to get them on. So what I've basically done is, again, because we're not hitting any of the mounting points or any of the fastening points on the GM truck itself, I've just gone ahead and picked up some self-tapping screws. So we've got the metal work there, so some big guys and some little ones. So two different sizes. I'm trying to lay them out as common sense as you'd think, so it's basically just four of them. It's no big deal. It's not a lot to actually hold these on in place, and really there's only 4 mounting points on the Fender Flares themselves. So again, some self-tapping screws or some of these little pieces that I picked up from Canadian Tire, probably a good idea. I also picked up a little thing of regular as well, just in case. But I find that speeding the process up instead of messing with the clips and everything. So again, if you had a brand new truck, I'm sure you'd be a little phobic about drilling into it. But the fact that this is a 2012 and she's not perfect to begin with, throwing a couple screws into it isn't such a big deal. So again, in the process, I'll do a little walk around video later on. I'll leave a link down below to some of the videos I watched to do the install. Again, these are from Princess Auto. They're about $195. Sometimes they go on sale for $159. So check the flyer from that standpoint. Again, check out my other stuff. I would greatly appreciate it. Thumbs up or subscribe would be great as well. Again, it's just some guy in his driveway working away on an older truck. Okay, have a pleasant and enjoyable day.